YouTube. Hello. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another live stream. We're gonna do some prototypes and we're gonna show that we are better. Let me pull it up. Oh, I didn't pull it up. We are better here, not my virtual friends, than Thomas. I know. Big. Come on, I want to pull up what we're gonna do today. We have too many games at this point. Where even is here? Magical Girl Guardians. This is what I was looking for. Hi, by the way, John Warner. You're very excited. App has been retired. Well, we're gonna bring it back from retirement. Can I see the store page? Yes, I can. Will this even be done by the end? Yeah, absolutely. I'm gonna do 3 or 4 months of dev time that Thomas did. I'm gonna do that in just one single live stream. I'm joking about that. So we're gonna make a survivor-like. I have some ideas, but probably will once again talk this through a little bit first in advance. It's gonna be simple in scope. I just wanna make stuff is what I wanna see as well. I wanna see it published on itch by 12 p.m. tonight. LOL. We'll see about that. It is something I consider like, hey, maybe I can throw this prototype on itch, but then I'll probably need to look at like web builds, and it's like, do I really want to do it? I don't know. Hi Peter, how's it going as well? Welcome to a live stream at a normal hour to you, just for you. So we're gonna make a survivor-like, is what I've decided. I already have some ideas, I have to be honest. Like last time we started from nowhere. I'm gonna call it Shape Survivors. So the idea is inspired by a game from one of our viewers, kinda, which is Outhold. These are the guys. I think they won an award at the Bite Me Game Awards for Oblin Party. Did they put the award up there? They didn't. I feel like they did. Let me check. The bitemegameawards.com. Did they win? Cargo, they didn't. Not here. They didn't? I feel like they submitted at least. They didn't get the best trailer. Okay, so it's fair enough. They made this game and then they made this one as well, which was like a minimalist tower defense game, basically. And I really liked, the minimal style, and I'm like, could we make a minimal survivor-like? And I looked on itch, and it kind of exists, but it's kind of bad. So I feel like it's something we can do. Can I find it here? Minimal survivors. So this was like the only kind of ish related game, but it has some issues. Oh god, that sound. Right, it's like, this is the survivor-like, and I'm like, I feel like I can make something better by the end of the stream. It's like, you pick up some XP. And the whole concept is like, you just have a bunch of different shapes. And it's like kind of geometric. There was also a game we played during our streams of, what's it called? The Steam Next Fest that was like just circles. I think we can do something with that. So I'm gonna make a shape-based survivor-like. Is kind of what it says. So let's start by writing a little document just for ourselves so we can come back to it. Shape Survivors is a geometric survivor-like. And the idea I have is like, every shape you see and every color you see means something. So for example, triangles can shoot. I'm gonna write that under the enemy section. So we have triangles. This is how you write a triangle. We have squares. We have pentagons. We have hexagons. And you get the deal. Is this gonna be like Geometry Wars? Oh, maybe. I don't know Geometry Wars. But it could be. I think this is not a 100% unique idea, I have to be honest. Geometry Wars. Okay, this is kinda... I don't know exactly. Hi, by the way, Tronus Games as well. Maybe. I don't think it's exactly gonna be like this, because Geometry Wars is not the survivor. Like, okay. And so they all do something. So, for example, Like, I would give triangles can shoot. I'm gonna have to do, like, markdown magic. I'm gonna make this 3. And, like, the triangles, they try to shoot you. The squares, I don't know what they do. Like, one of them, for example, dashes towards you. The pentagons... I don't know. We'll see about that. Like, this is one thing. And then the second thing would be, like, the enemy types. Like, materials. No, colors. So it's like you can have, like, blue. Red could be, like, explodes on death. This is kind of, you know, the idea I had of, like, everything has an effect and everything has a meaning. And it kind of, like, has to make sense. High soul, yo. Blue, red, green. And then, you know, all of them drop XP. This is kind of the core thing, and then the mechanics would be like standard survivor-like. We need an XP system. We need upgrade cards. We need, like, infinite waves, something, whatever. What are the mechanics of a survivor-like? I feel like it's pretty easy. Each shape survive hordes shapes. And, like, the main character is like a circle or something. Could make sense. Star-like shapes could be just fast projectiles that sent in one direction and you have to avoid or shoot down. Yeah. Would work. Like, what would the main character be? A circle is one, but then you don't really have a front, which I think is the one big issue. But it would make the most sense because it's like it has no lines, and then the like easiest enemy after that is like triangles. Your circle, the circle. I'm gonna do circle main character. What's the final thing? I'm not sure. Yeah, if we do main character triangle, I feel like we shouldn't do triangle enemies as well. Hell, Marnix, how did the other prototyping go? It went good until we got to the third-person controller part. But I, like, off-stream, just threw in a third-person controller asset, and it did get him better, I would say. But still has some issues. Reminds me of, think of Flatland, where they talk about the different dimensions. We only see in 2D and 3D. If the enemy is a like, we can do hexagon, but still then once again it's like no concept of forward. I think we can't have a forward concept by default. I think we can make it work. I'm gonna do circle. Survive hordes of enemy shapes, upgrade your circle. What does Vampire Survivor say? It doesn't really say much. What are, like, some other, like, Soulstone Survivors came out of early access, I think a few days ago. In this action roguelike, craft mighty weapons, unlock. What do we upgrade? Upgrade your circle. That sounds kind of shit. Conquer the power of the might. Whatever. I think this doesn't... Circle with a triangle weapon. Yeah, like, you could have, like, triangles hovering around you is kind of how I imagine it. I think I'm gonna keep it at this. I'm gonna... It's a simple prototype at the end of the day. I think I'm gonna make this a 3D game as well, just from the fact that, like, this could make sense as a little little circle orbiting in front of the main body circle. Oh, like, what is the front? Or we do what Magical Girl Guardians did, but we get rid of the gun and we have, like, I don't know if you can see it, like this little mascot. And this is, like, the main thing that ranged attack. Because I think one thing we did with Magical Girl Guardians that I wouldn't do here is that Magical Girl Guardians still had, like, manual aiming as well. Whereas in a true survivor-like, you don't even do that. It's just, like, find the nearest enemy and attack them. So we're gonna see to that. We'll cross that bridge when we come to prototyping, I would say. I could use a crescent. We could almost, like, scope... this is scope creep. I'm gonna put in the scope creep zone. Different shapes for main character, each with their own effects. So then we have things like the circle, crescent, star, question mark. Like non-traditional things, I would say. And then see how we go from there. Triangle, circle could... Yeah, if you can add like something pointy once we get to the player character. Okay, so we have our tiny, very basic game design document. And this time I took the liberty of setting up a... Could you change your shape to battle different enemies at their level? Is this to fill the prompt? It's kind of just to have an idea sort of like what I want. Because I shouldn't just go blindly and it's like, okay, what is the goal? I want to quickly get this through, Dreaming Acacia, and then get started on actually writing the code to do this. I think this is also better than the previous prototype because it was too much like physics and like weird stuff. I think this is way more isolated effects as well. So yeah. There's also one more thing that like the busy people told me is like make like a document like this that you just feed to the AI, because we'll go to that in some point, that like immediately knows like a whole bunch of rules. So yeah. Oh, so you can shapeshift. Okay, that is definitely scope creep. And probably not something we're gonna cover, but I do like the idea, John Warner, of like, you know, you have shapes as well that you can change throughout. Or it could be like an upgrade card that you choose, for example. Using obsidians because it can make mind map nodes. Yeah, this is, I think, fine. I don't like sample scene. We're gonna delete the sample scene and we're just gonna recreate new scene, game scene. Could I just rename sample scene? Absolutely. But I don't want to do it. So we are going to need... I'm going to add Proto Builder, I think. Because I kind of also want to see how much we can do in terms of like game feel. Or it's called Pro Builder, I think. What's the built-in ones? Pro Builder. Is it built in? Oh my god, I'm stupid. Unity Pro Builder. This is built in, right? How do I add this? God, nah. I've used this like once before. Yeah, I mean URP, Windows, Package Manager. And this... What? All instructions of the Package Manager documentation. Unity Registry. Is this not the Unity? Oh no. I was looking at the wrong place, that's why. No? Pro Builder. Yeah, okay. Install. Could have an enemy that... like a rainbow... rainbow enemy, for example. Oh, and then like the blocking one. Where you have like one of the colors... like fades between a bright and a dark. And when it's like bright, it has like shields up or something. Could be an interesting one. When you will finish this game, will you release it? I don't know if I'll finish this game. Like, once again, this is the whole thing with prototyping. Maybe this is gonna be a dumb idea. And I can't make it feel good. So we'll see about that. I do not need to readme assets for URP. How did Pro Builder work again? Go back to... Okay, so Pro Builder installed. Getting started. Secure the mesh. Okay, fine. I kind of just want this cool material. This is the only reason I did it. Creating meshes. Or I can actually do shapes as well. Yeah, maybe I do want it because then I can do the triangles and things like that. This is easier. Material, shaders, textures, and UV. Okay, I don't need this. I just want like the very basic thing, Pro Builder menu. How do I open this? Or is it built in? Oh, it's built in, right? Create poly shape, create cube. Yes. But this is gonna be our floor. And this is gonna be too small, I think. But we can fix that. If I update this, will it scale? It will just scale, okay. Let's make a new, bigger one. Can I do create plane instead? It has like the 3 dots. Okay, properties, pivot center size. Okay, no. Okay, this should be a large enough playing area. So we're gonna call this our floor. First thing we have to do, its UX has changed a bit. Yeah, I mean, so something like 20 minutes are done, or Vampire Survivors, that's exactly it. Van KV Anthony, Antovi. And I guess it also answers to your question, Ivilo. What's the general idea after survival? It's just survive as long as you can, upgrade, and like get better at things. So we're going to want to make a cube now. No, we're not going to do a cube. We wanted to have a circle as our player. I don't think I can do a cylinder. It's going to be our player. You don't have to be that tall, I feel. Like everything should be 0.5, something like this maybe. And then like I would go for my camera. Where's my camera? We're going to put this in like a nearly top-down angle. This is something that maybe we should do with Cinemachine. I'm just going to ignore Cinemachine for now. Can I put this at 0? No, not 0, 0, 0, but 0, 0. And then put the player to 0. 0 as well. Kind of close enough. This is very awkward. Should be doable. Okay, we're just gonna turn on post-processing quickly. So it looks a bit smoother already. Soft shadows, sure. Let's add a volume just so we have something to work on in the beginning. Get new volume profile. Add overrides. Post-processing. Do this the moment you start your game, basically. Because it's like, this is so easy and it's gonna make your game look better. Tone mapping. Mode aces. Like, okay, it's not gonna be very noticeable because this is just gray and white. But later on, I think like this is stuff that you want to do regardless. I don't need motion blur. I kind of want the vignette. That's the only thing here. This color, center, intensity. How does my camera look? Like, just to give it a bit more detail. And with that out of the way, do we want to make a player material? Yes. Let's create a folder. Not enough survivor likes on the market. Let's go. I think there honestly are a lot of survivor likes on the market. I do not make this as like a suggestion of like go and make a survivor like, but I think it could be an interesting one. I'm gonna call this material player. We're gonna get like, what's gonna be the player color, or maybe like some kind of bluish shirting, and then put the smoothness on the lowest so it's very rough. Give it maybe some emission. Can we give it some emission? I have no idea actually. Okay, this is very emissive. Oh well, should be fine. I was kidding, but thanks for the explanation. Yeah, I think there are indeed more than enough survivor likes on the market. Okay, we now have the core for our game. So let's start asking our Betty. So I have a file for code rules. I have a file for add shape survivors markdown. So it has an idea of what we're doing. Too many fantasy survival likes. Yeah, I was surprised there's not like an easy minimal one. I don't think there's a big market for it, but we're doing it. I'm working on. I want to create a 3D top-down movement controller. Camera should always belong with the player at a slight angle. I want to move using WASD with the new inputs system. So one thing that the Bezzy people told me is to first go into ask mode, where it like tells you this is what we're considering doing, and then be like, okay, does this look good? And then be like, okay, now actually only implement it, because then it like also thinks more first. And we'll see how it goes from here. Examining the current project. Because then I don't think it normally does this otherwise. Okay, so we need the input actions assets. We're gonna have a player controller, follow script, set of instructions. Should be fine. Okay, so we're gonna just do the player input actions. This thing we can do manually. I'm just gonna rename this. I don't know why it's always called so weirdly. Generate C# class, apply. Okay. It's good. I created the input. Add player input actions. Now go ahead and apply the rest of the steps. And I think it should do this automatically now. Let's take a look. That cylinder thick. Rootman, I like multiplayer games. No, you don't. I feel like it's extreme. Like, multiplayer games are fine, but they add so much. Like, we were playtesting our Maid Cafe simulator earlier, or like yesterday. So many things broke still. So it's gonna make the player controller script. I'll make the camera controller, camera follow. And 6 player. It currently has nothing, I can tell you that much. Okay, so I need to add a rigid body. Makes sense. God, why do I have so many tabs open? Let me clear some of these. Okay, fine. Player. Oh, it has a capsule collider. Sure, I have a rigid body. Busy. Okay, that's fine. Then we add the player controller. It's fine as well. And then find the main camera and add camera follow. And the target is going to be the player. 0, 10, 8. Okay, this is already done. Follow speed, rotation speed, look down angle. I want like 70, I feel. We have this. Okay. Take a look at what this does. Gooder Games. This is finally the seal clubbing game from Suck Me Games. Unfortunately not. Are we playing? Okay. We are. I'm gonna... This is from like our other game. I'm gonna move this here. Okay. It kind of works. But I don't know why it does this weird thing. Let's ask it. Okay, this works. There's a problem. This with A or D. Camera tilts. The same angle. Are the mate seal dressed up as mates? They are not. It's a feature. I feel like it's not a. It's a very nauseating feature. High heart level code, by the way. I'm good, and we're gonna be making a survivor like. You want to fix viewing angle? Yeah, because it's top down. Fix the script, baby. Is Bezzy up to date with latest Unity versions and APIs? Yes, it is. Just not 6.1, I think. But honestly, 6.1 has been kind of rough for us as well. But Unity 6, it knows all of the stuff. Someone was also using it for ECS in their Discord. They should know all of that. Let's give this another one. Well, that seal game sounds kind of sick. When can you take my money? Okay. So this is what we want. I'm gonna play a bit with the camera angle now. I think I can change this if I go to 90. Does it update in real time? No. Can I update this in real time? Okay, I can. It's just not the look down angle, I feel. Which is awkward. Let's make this -4. This looks pretty in the middle. And then I want this to be more zoomed out. 16. -8. -7. -6. -6. So 16 -6. 16 -6. And then maybe make this 80. And let's give it a go. Which seal one? The one which bit Thomas. There's this. Okay, I changed the angle, so that's probably why it does that. Oh, do I want to? I can zoom out instead using the. Now it's very. I think I want to play a bit with the FOV to give like more of the warping effect by the lenses. Like an FOV of 85. And then zoom this one in a bit more again. 12 -4. Okay, 85, 12 -4. 85, 12 -4. What's good, boys? All good, boys. How is Next Fest for you, Sockhouse? Okay. Thanks, by the way, Maref TV, for the follow. Over on Twitch. The Twitch homies, they get my love and attention. Oh, I'm gonna do something that I didn't do in the previous stream as well. It's so weird that Unity don't have a save button to save during playtime. There are like assets for it, luckily. But like I know like also Cinemachine can like do it still. Something I didn't do last time, and I'm just gonna do it now to be safe if I like mess things up, because there's like some issues with oh, I'm gonna copy paste our git ignore file, or this is gonna take a very long time. Get attributes, git ignore. Shape survivors. Throw these in here. Git add dot. Git commit -m. How do we call this? Base movement. Okay. And then from here on out, we can. I didn't exactly get the wishlist you expected, but I also can't complain. Just shy of 1K wishlist. How does it feel knowing that my virtual friend beat you in wishlist from the Steam Next Fest? It's like the weirdest flex. But yeah, I think it's still solid. Press for a repo. Shape survivors. Select. Okay, and then later on, if something goes wrong, we can always go back. I think let's go create a folder called prefabs. I'm also going to create a folder called docs, I think, and I'm going to move these two in here because it's kind of messy. And in here, we drag our player. And then I think it's time we're going to make our first. Do we do enemies first or spawn points first? We're going to do enemies. Yeah, okay, so I can go and I can do poly shape. Oh, this is like everything. Is it? Okay, yeah, I don't want this. How do I make something that's not a cube? Because I feel like there's a drop down in here that doesn't want to... Oh, I have to hover. I saw something. I feel like I swear there was like a menu for a split second of like making a different shape. So wait, how? Let me pull up the documentation again. Creating meshes. Build a predefined shape with the shape tool. If you change the shape primitive of a shape, it adjusts the dimensions. Tools, new shape. Tools, Pro Builder. Oh, editors, create shape. And I want a... What's a triangle called? Oh, it's a prism, right? That I want. This is very awkward. And not exactly what I was looking for. But we can make it work. I think. Can I edit like the Pro Builder values? Yes. How do I edit these? Shape. Aha, shape is prism. I'm gonna make this 1, 1, 1. Does this look like a triangle? I think I need to squish it a little bit, like this. This looks pretty good. And then let's... can I just reduce the... Did we do this? So now it's flat on that way. Okay, so this one could be like 0.7 to make it less tall. I think everything was like 0.5. This here. It's gonna be our first enemy, so we go back to art. Create a material. And we're gonna call this... What game is it, Sock? It's like idle clicker or something tycoon, whatever. I'm not sure. I played it in one of the streams. Oh, Click and Conquer. That was the name. We're gonna just give it the base material. And like our base color, like some sort of like grayish, maybe gray reddish. Like just a darker gray. This can look good, maybe. How does this look in game view? Okay, like this. These shapes remind you of the scene in Idiocracy where they're doing the IQ test with simple shapes. I have watched that movie purely through YouTube Shorts. And that's it. What do you want this prism to do? I'm gonna call this the triangle enemy. Because I feel like now I'm immediately gonna have to do pathfinding. Which is kind of meh. I don't like this. We either do pathfinding first, or yeah. How are we going? No, we should do combat first for our player. I'm gonna do this first. Our player is a... We're gonna give the player a child object. 3D object that is a sphere. And we call this sphere base weapon. Let's pull this out. Why is this squished? No idea why the square is sphere. Oh, probably because the parent is squished. Yeah. So like this is gonna have to be like 2 for a perfect sphere. Yeah. And then we're gonna scale this down. 1, 1, 2, and it rotates. Are you still prototyping ladder rage bait game? I'm gonna maybe come back at it at some point. Forward X is wrong with your enemy. Probably. Because also it's like I'm looking at these things like kind of messed up. What's the... I mean, it depends also like how much I care about forward. We'll deal with that in a second. Detour AI pathfinding so they can walk around in other... We'll see what the AI has to say. I'm first gonna start with having the sphere collider just to rotate around. Is that this rotates around the player. How much? They're on. It's currently terms. Okay, is it gonna do it? Whilst this is going, I'm gonna start working on some UI. So we're gonna make a canvas. And we're going to make this scale with extreme skies, 1920 by 1080. This pixels, this is fine. And put it like this. This can go back down here. Because we need a UI slider is gonna be the easiest one, called an XP bar. I'm just gonna call it XP. And we want this to take up the full width at the bottom. Yes, let's make this a bit bigger for you guys again. Because right now it's here. I feel asking if it might let it think it has a choice. Be more assertive. Oh, I get what you mean, John Warner. As a beginner, should I use any build tools or any AI? Depends on, like, I think also what you want to do. If you just want to fuck around for shits and giggles, this could be nice. Or if you're like an artist first. If you're someone who is like, I have seen games from our audience that are like pretty well reviewed that I know because I talk to developers are like 95% AI generated code. And it's extremely messy code, but at the end of the day, your player isn't going to care about that. It's going to care about how it works. And having some understanding as well, of what to do when the AI fucks up, I think is important. Like, I can be very lazy right now, but when it does something really dumb, I know enough to kind of understand, okay, hold on, run it back, something's wrong here. And if you're doing this first time ever, you don't have that, like, vibe check when vibe prototyping of, like, it's not good to do this. So we have a basic enemy script. I don't know if I want to do that, but sure. So, Sockhouse, been planning a 6-month trial run to Asia, really torn between laptop, mini PC, or Steam Deck as my daily drive. Was the laptop a no-brainer for you? Yeah, of course. It's laptop anyway, and get a good, lightweight, powerful laptop. Don't get like a big hulking thing, because you're probably not gonna sit in your room most of the time. You're gonna go to like co-working spaces, you're gonna try and work from cafes and whatever. I spent a decent amount of money on my laptop. I spent a very big amount of money on my laptop. It was like 2,400 euros. But this is my daily driver. It's the only thing I run. I just have a laptop and an ultra wide that I just got, and that's the setup. I think that's a really good thing as well. So yeah, like Volcanic says as well, the laptop is a must-be, and you can do a Steam Deck, but then you still need to carry around a keyboard and a mouse, and it's like there's no point in it, and it's not like the most powerful thing. Yeah, I think people understand Code should use AI because you need to be able to tame it. Oh, Petit Pois is here again, indeed, as well. The name gamesetup.cs, what did it do? Oh, I don't like it when Bezzy does this. I'm gonna add this to the rules. Don't ever create setup scripts that do things automatically. Give me the steps and let me implement them. Start tasting my mouth from my younger years of laptop gaming. Just get a better laptop. Don't get like the cheapest MSI you can get on Amazon. Especially if it's going to be your like main device. Okay, so good thing is we can just completely nuke this. Okay, so we give all of our enemies basically a health script. Give this 50. And an enemy script. Is this gonna move already? I feel like it shouldn't. And it has a collider. Is a mesh collider. Should be fine. Should be a trigger. I think we're gonna have to go back to that in a second. Add weapon controller to base weapon. Rotation, fine. Damage interval. And then we want our player to have a health script. Yeah, this could like be merged together all later on, whatever. Destroying that, we turn this off. Automatically set the collider to trigger. It has a collider. It has the oh, you need to add the enemy tag. Enemy tag. Enemy. Would be it. I don't believe it's gonna move yet. So would your advice be if I'm an idea guy and a creative guy use AI to create games? It would be use AI to create your prototype to try and convince other people that your idea is great. Resulting triangle mesh can impact simulation. What on earth is going on here? Also, I feel like these two are not going to be colliding because it's too low. Good job, Marnix. Let's take the base weapon again. And let's lower this a bunch. I think if you don't use UI, you will to a certain degree definitely be at a disadvantage because other people will. Okay. Took damage. And it's gone. Easy. Bezzy is good. It reminds me of Cursor for Unity. I mean, that is kind of the point. Sockhouse, if you want to know, I'm using an Asus ProArt P16. It's expensive as balls, but it's a really, really good laptop in terms of like build quality. Super portable and lightweight still, and hella powerful. It's not like maybe the best. I don't know if it's the best one. I am extremely happy with it. I came from an older ProArt that did have some issues. Mainly in terms of like thermal and like portability. The P16 addresses all of them basically. My worry is they burn out and slow down over time. Like, yeah. But yeah, maybe. Okay, so I'm just gonna git commit again to be safe. Base, weapons, and health system. Commit to 18 files. Fine by me. What about Bezier for Godot? I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Like Unreal, I can see a Bezier-like appear. Godot, I don't think you mean. Like there are Godot MCPs, but I think something like Bezier entirely, I don't think so. Okay, let's tackle pathfinding. Oh, do I want to tackle pathfinding already? No, I'm gonna tackle XP drops. So I should probably create like a prefab for an XP orb. Well, I'm going to make a 3D object. I'm gonna make it a sphere. And I'm gonna make it small. 0.4, 0.2 maybe. No XP. Color should we give XP? Like a very vibrant teal maybe. This one definitely needs an emissive. Since we're using a lot of emissives, maybe it could make sense. Oh, the skybox is giving light. Let's turn the skybox light off. Am I dumb? Why does the emissive not actually give light? I think definitely I want to turn the sun down a little bit. Maybe make it like more nighttime-y. Filter temperature or moonlighty. 0.5. Maybe this would be. I think maybe also under the global volume, I'm gonna add bloom. I think I'm realizing I have no idea how emissives work. Oh, I think also because these are real column baked. I'm sorry if I'm making you cry. I actually have no idea how emissive works. Are you planning on making this for the fun or content, or are you planning on shipping a game? I think this I'm not gonna ship unless it's like somehow magically a really good thing. But I think it's not gonna be amazing. I don't know. The goal is just kind of to... This is basically an alternative to a game jam, where it's like just trying out different stuff, getting better at using Unity. Because this is something... The first 2 years of game development, I had no idea how Unity worked, because I was kind of like the dumb idiot, was the role in the company, it sounds weird, who didn't know how to code as good as the other two developers, hence I never really had to touch Unity. But I think it's kind of good that I understand how the engine works. I'm not planning on like ripping apart of Bite Me and starting my own company, Suck Me. But it is, I think, interesting to know a bit more of like, I can hold my own coding wise or something. Because I think the world definitely doesn't need another survivor-like right now. Not yet, at least, right? Well, we'll see how the future goes. Oh, by the way, I've forgotten 213. Thanks for the follow, but it's kind of old as well. I don't think Construct, you should get the ZenBook Pro Duos. They're like $1,000 more. Just get like a 16-inch portable USB-C display. That's what I did. They're disgustingly cheap at the end of the day. I'll go to the Japanese one. It's like 16-inch portable monitor. I think I got mine for like 60 euros, like something like this. It can be very cheap. This is 60 euros, $60 US, something like that. And it's just USB-C. and it's more than fine for most things. I've worked off this basically. Editor workflow is good to know. Hi William, how are you doing? As well. I think I was undecided. Oh, I was gonna do XP drops next. I'm gonna rename this to XP bar, just so I don't get confused. Did you pick a color for the emission? I think I did, right? Oh, I think it's, yeah, it's emissive, but it doesn't give light. I think that's a duty of me. But I don't think I want to do real-time lights for everything. I have no idea how I would do this. I'm gonna look into it later. Bezzy will probably know more than I do. I guess here as well. Yeah, I gave it like a dark color, so it's not as emissive. Yeah, it just makes it like look kind of weird. Oh, I needed to increase the brightness, I think, as well. Okay, but for the player, this is overkill. I'm going to disable player emission. And just for the... Oh, this was the XP orb. I'm gonna turn the emission way up. What was the XP color gonna be? Something like this. Like, yeah, this. Yes, just increase intensity. Have you guys been using the UI toolkit for any of your new projects, Hamster Steve? No, we haven't. It's something we considered, but it's like, I don't really feel like right now it would give us a lot of benefits for our games. I think it's also like, you know, we're already learning a bunch of new things with the new games we're working on, like trying out new stuff like Unity netcode and whatever. And it's like, let's not do everything brand new. Let's like, I think we can do most of the things with the regular old Unity UI system. Add a bit of bloom and now it's chef's kiss. Yeah, that's the, here's my volume. We just increase intensity. I do just increase intensity. I feel like this did not do a lot of difference. Is there anything else post-processing wise that we want to do here? They could make it better. Oh, I kind of want a... Let's just do a little bit of a chromatic aberration. Just for fucks and giggles, let's do a depth of field. Can we pull this off? I think we can. And some film grain. No, let's keep it clean. Keep it clean. What's the best survivor like you've seen? Magical Girl Guardians. And I think otherwise, Soulstone Survivors is like a pretty common one. If it comes to multiplayer, there's only one really good one. I think there's a lot of options at the end of the day. Let's go back to the XP bar. I think we can disable this. And we are going to make this 20. No, not this. We're going to make this 20, 40, 30. Can I make this like taller? Yes, I can. Let's make this 40. Right. Also, let's make the right 100. Poo per. What about Deep Rock Galactic Survivor? They're pretty solid as well. I think under the canvas, I'm gonna make a UI text mesh pro. That just tells me like my current level. I like the little light that you have there. Instead of XP, it could be an enemy type of sort. Navi survivors. It's a Legend of Zelda ripple where you survive Navi from tell you, hey Link, listen. Let's make this 999. Just so we have something. Let's center it. Let's center it. How big is this? No idea how big this really is. Is this gonna fall out? Nope, it's not. This can be a bit bigger, I think. Let's do 48. Yes, and we call this level. Let's go back to Bezzy. And I want to add an XP system. Enemies should drop an XP. Add XP orb. Oh, I should make this a prefab actually then, so that it can be called. Should drop in. Let's get this the right XP orb underneath the prefab. When they die, the player can then pick it up when walking over it. There's a slider in the canvas. Add XP bar. That should fill. Paste. Level gets shown in at level. Level infinitely with each skills a fixed amount in terms of XP required. Japanese vibe coding, yeah. Soulstone is neat, but Assets is missed. Played tons of hours in bed on Steam Deck, but whenever played in normal circumstances. Yeah, I mean, it's Cinti. If that's not your jam, that's fine as well. Do we have everything we need then? We have an XP orb. It should drop when the enemy dies. It should fill up in the XP bar. And then you have a level up. Let's see what it does. You know, it's Japanese vibe coding when we got the Pocari sweat. Let's see what it pulls out. Our Twitch has been growing a lot lately, I think, as well. I think it's also because we're now actually playing games. Does Bezzy have a limit on how much you can push it? Have you tried getting it to produce the fundamentals of a game genre instead of piece of MC? So yeah, we have. That was basically the last stream. It definitely struggled a bit. I think it also depends on the game. I do like this piece-by-piece approach, I think, a bit more. It's also still, it's kind of mild. It's still like in beta, but I do enjoy it so far. And I think this is a way better genre where it's like all the little modules come together versus the previous genre that was more just like implement physics, which is not the best thing I think for an AI to do. And they're better at just the hardcore code, basically. Oh my god, it shouldn't do this. Don't do this. Don't create scripts for automatic integration. Does this work? Oh, I think I didn't save it. That's why. I'm just gonna delete this again. And then I'm gonna go through this manually. Because if we do this, I want to know what we're doing, basically. And those scripts, I feel like they fail more than they succeed. Did I say Sinus Kista hi, by the way? Hi, by the way. I don't want XP systems set up. So, what do you want me to do? So we have an XP orb script. I assume you want me to put it on here. What does this have a rotation speed? Oh, I want to add like it so it goes like up and down a little bit later. Replace don't ever with never. Oh yeah, that's correct. It had some term. Oh, like don't. Yeah, you're correct, William. I think I did see something about that float by. Oh my god, I hate this. Don't use emojis. What if this is like the worst thing you can do? I hate this. Oh well. It makes me cringe so much. Andrew Dow said, hey, how goes the prototyping? It goes pretty solid. We're gonna see if we have XP systems set up in a little bit. This makes me think now. Could you use something like a ChatGPT and then like do some whole flow where you basically make AI generated code tutorials? Like imagine a Brekkies, but instead of like Brekkies having to make the whole tutorial and whatever, you just automate the flow to just make shit like this of like, here's how to use the Unity input system, just automate it. And would people watch it? Because like I think tutorials is something you can get away with doing faceless as well, really. It doesn't matter what the guy's face is. Is this my villain arc? Who knows? Okay, so we added the XP orb and make sure the collider is set to trigger. Now it is. Don't need this. Where's my Bezzy? Our player gets an XP system. Current XP is 0. Current level is this. XP scale 1.5. The XP bar is this. And the level text is this. TextMesh Pro UGUI. Okay, no, it does take it. Assign the XP or prefab to enemies. I probably want to do something later where enemy becomes like a parent thing and we want to make like the extends methods or something. We'll deal with that later. Set XP drop amount to 10 and orb count to 1. These are all fine. Take a look what this does. I think people would see through the tutorial and click away when it stops making sense. Yeah. Oh, I think the XP orb is just gonna spawn like in the middle of nowhere or something. In the air. Okay, no. So, can I pick it up? I cannot pick it up. This one is trigger. Is it too low or something? Good thing that the sphere turns around. I can definitely see this. What does console say? Weapon hit? Okay, no. I think that this one can also go away. Busy. The player doesn't pick speed up. To trigger. I think the player just doesn't have a collider. Oh, it does have a collider. I think both of them have to be... No, I don't know if they have to be triggered. I don't know. Seems to be going better than the thing with the ladder. Absolutely. I think the problem with the ladder was also just the physics. Yeah, so William, you're like the opposite of me. I learn the best from books and from physical classrooms, and I can't learn from YouTube tutorials and videos and like online courses at all. Player is a non-trigger collider plus rigid body. Yeah, this is fine. XP orbs manually. I feel like... Yeah, but my player has a rigid body, which is the weird part. Like, this has, like, no need for trigger and a rigid body, kinematic, whatever. And then let's place down. Oh, let's go into scene view. If I place down an XP orb, sphere collider, it looks good. Is trigger. Being academia brain, yeah, kind of like me. What do you think it would respond if you ask what do you think we should add next? Probably more enemies. Aha! I need to tag this as player, apparently. What does it actually do in the script? We'll take a look at it in a second. Oh! Oh, the pathfinding works now! It did so much more! It just didn't work because I hadn't tagged my player as a player. It has like a whole magnet effect and everything, or what? I thought it was just so basic. Okay. King. It works now. My player wasn't tagged correctly. What should I clean up for? Oh, I think my level actually wasn't displayed correctly. Let's take a look again. Because it has the level text mesh pro UGUI. It just said level. I'm gonna move some XP orbs up. And I'm gonna add some more enemies. Because now that they know what to do, I think we could add more fun to it. Let's take a look at what this does. My opinion is that the best way to learn programming is to reverse game source code. I feel like that is a questionable approach. So we have some XP orb. Okay, the bar increased. Chat is in the way, but it did increase. Oh, it's having that problem that the one game I complained about had as well. Ooh, yeah, the bar goes up. Bam. Bam. This is pretty sweet. The only summaries I used in schools were ones someone else created. You're welcome, William. You're very welcome. Okay, let's fix the level not being displayed. And then I think we can get started on something else cool. Maybe enemy spawning. Where's my Bezzy? Okay. There's one final bug with... Oh, I'm gonna actually increase the XP orb base value to like 40. And then make like a few extra ones. Why can I not? Oh, I have to drag this, right? Yeah. So I can see if making me level up actually shows it. Okay, so it reset the bar, but it didn't increase the level. Level text at level. Wow, this is a great name, Marnix. Just shows level instead of correctly displaying the not the URL, the number. Jeroxia, we are the same person. My summaries were so good that I kept making them once I was at Cisco. I have like a summary for CCNA. And it was used 3 years later still by like other people in Cisco because of like how good it was. And then I did the same for like CCNP, which is like the higher level. And like once again, people were like asking me of like, when are you gonna make one for data center core? And I'm like, I don't know if it's ever gonna get finished because I'm gonna quit my job before then. I am I assigned it though. Guess. I'm gonna reject this. I'm just gonna reject this and I'm gonna try again because there's something wrong. I have manually assigned the pre text in the, what was it called? Default text of the element is actually 999 and it gets changed to level and stays stuck there. Complete my side project to improve documentation. Yeah. Big stage. There's a problem with hard current level. Let me find the issue. Find UI references. Yeah, is it just gonna delete it? What did you add? Okay, you got warnings. Oh god, please stop using emojis. I'm gonna kill myself. And then more logging. Sure, let's take a look. I feel like it. Type or namespace health could not be found. How did we get here? You didn't touch this code. Did you? Take a look. Why can it suddenly not find this? Oh, this is when like it kind of face plants. I also realized one problem with this name. The shorthand for this SS, which may not be ideal. So what is the error? Health could not be found. What is it talking about? We didn't change this. Line 3. Require component type of health. And then line 18. Why does enemy has it health? Why is the script gone? It's not gone, it just has compiler issue. No? Get rid of my health file. And it got rid of my player controller? And my weapon controller? What is it doing? This is why we do Git. Can I select multiple at the same time? Yes. Discard changes, reset. The rest is new stuff, so it should be fine. This is pretty scary shit. Are we... Nice, when vibe coding destroys everything. Yeah, I didn't even mention it, I feel, that it did that. Because, like, this is just XP orb, XP trigger, XP system. Modified enemy. It added more stuff here. It didn't get rid of it and it didn't do health either. I have no idea how it... This is very much why I've learned, because this would have sucked big time if I didn't have Git, like, tracking. Let's take a look if this fixes it. Okay, we still have movement. I have my XP. My level still doesn't get shown. John Warner. Let me get it. Okay. Oh, there's no pausing. I should have thought about that. Is it locked to a specific folder? I thought it couldn't delete anything. That's what they said in the last email. So I feel like something got updated. What did the console actually lock? They collected. Okay, so level text updated to level 2. And it just didn't. Level text.text equals new text if level text is not equal to null. Debug this. And do this the old-fashioned way. See what the text mesh pro element is. Okay, so it's immediately hit, so it can find it. New text, no. Current level 1. Okay. So it should be set. To 1. No, new text equals null once again. Oh yeah, because it's trying to find my current level. Still 1. Why does it get run 2 times? But it says level. Delete this. It shouldn't have to do this. There's nowhere where it gets assigned to level in here. This is weird. Let's put the 999. What do we do now? Looks like it's rendering off screen. Oh! It says level. It doesn't just say the number. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Stupid. Thank you very much, John Warner, or I would have been stuck here for another, like, hour. Because it did work. Yeah, now it just says 1. Now it says 2. Okay. So I can pick up the XP orbs. Bam. Do they do damage? Okay, so they attack me now. Oh, I can actually not go through them. Okay. How do survivorlikes handle player UI? Do they just show it as a separate bar? I'm actually gonna change this a little bit. It can just be a, looks like a good color. Favorites is 323222. And then the fill area fill. It's gonna become like a yellowish thing here. Should be fine. That out of the way. Let's do a git commit and start wondering about wave spawning. This creates, it can just be triangle enemy. Doing your one. So we've got the floor, the player, we have our light. Should be fine. Let's make a new task. This we don't need these. Like to add enemy spawning to my game. They should always enemy at triangle enemy prefab. I will this later. Some kind of wave spawning. More spawn as the game progresses. They should always spawn outside of the camera, not just popping camera view. What's he gonna do now? And I think after we got this working, we probably want to get started on some feel. See if we can make this game look and feel better. Because I want feel, I want health drops, I want a health bar. Oh, I'm gonna look that up in the meantime. How does a Soulstone Survivors do it, for example? This is gonna be very extreme, I feel, but I just want to get an idea. Okay, so I think this is my HP at the bottom center. How does Vampire Survivors do it? Oh, it's just a little bar underneath me. Yeah. Maybe we can do that. Oh, Bok, it's back. Did it die? Xeroxia? Did stream die? I don't know. Set back to Unity. Oh, what did Bezzy do? Give me a game manager, fine. Oh, the electricity died in your building. My god, so where are you based? Canvas. And then we're gonna create UI. Another slider. Health bar. And we're just gonna cheat with this. We're gonna make it once again 40 high. Disable the handle slide area. Delete the background. Make this the same gray, but this time kind of transparent, 50%. And then the fill area. Nuke this. Turn this 100%. This is annoying. I did not want to do that. No, come back, thank you. Oh well. I thought survivor likes were cooked. Absolutely, they are. Current health is inaccessible due to its protection health. Okay, okay. So we see Bezzy has been doing some fuck-ups. Project create game. Oh no. It's a thing. Oh no, here, create game. doing? There is no game. Why do you do this to me? Spawner? And why are we here? Because we can still learn from making it. Hidden Twist Monix turns into mid-phase Survivor. I was considering if I should reuse the Magical Girl Guardian assets, but there's like more overheads with like getting all of that done. I create empty spawn manager. Enemy spawner. Wave manager. It has none of these. Game manager. It didn't add any of these. I'm gonna reject all of these. What did... Oh, did I get commit? Oh, I didn't get commit. Reject all. Fuck, I should have get it committed. I hope it didn't break stuff. Just need to make a good one. And that's the problem, Axel Strap. What makes a good survivor like in 2025 or later? The works. The health bar needs to be smaller. 120 by 30 maybe. And then kind of... Yeah, tons of particle effects indeed. How does this look? It's kind of annoying that like this game preview versus the actual game when I run it looks different, you know. We have kind of base thing. I'm gonna just git commit this before we break some stuff. Stage all changes. What did we do? We did an XP system. Let's do this the other way. Spawn rate as the game progresses. How would you approach this? And we're gonna turn this into ask mode. We're gonna ask it. Let's take a look at what the lads are talking about. We're gonna start by actually UI. No, create. I'm gonna take these three, create empty parent, and I'm gonna call this hut. I'm gonna then make a next one called upgrades. And I'm gonna make this one pause menu. So pause menu is just gonna get a big text mesh pro field up top. says boss in big letters. Why is this so low? Be at the center, no? Oh well, we'll deal with this in a second. Magical Girl Guardians needs to have a car? What? It's built vertically and you have depth. That's fucked up. What do you have to say about that? I'm not sure. So what is Bezzy saying? So you want to have a waste spawner component? Okay. The game manager. Okay, can I just say, please implement this now? And will this work? When Bite Me Games Game Jam? Not anytime soon. I don't think so. Also, people will hate on us because we're not gonna allow Godot. Watch me make the Bite Me Game Jam and automatically scoring criteria is creativity, originality, didn't use Godot. Just to have the hatred. Is it gonna do the same thing now as before? I'm not sure. Yeah, Roxia is already triggered now because of those scoring criteria. Okay, let's see if this time it's gonna go well. And worst case, we can easy reset now. Need multiplayer. I think if you want to stand out now with a survivor, you almost need to have it. But yeah, I'm not doing multiplayer in a 3-hour prototype stream. There are limits to what we can do. Let me modify the enemy script. Okay. Godot will still win the game jam. Oh no. I'll just go into itch and delete every single Godot submission if need be. I'm joking, by the way. I'm joking, guys. I'm not actually going to do that. But it would be funny, no? So let's work in the meantime on the upgrade menu. Because that's, I think, we can be a bit async. I want a big... the pause menu can go disabled. I want a big UI. Dex-Mix Pro. And this should just say level up. This is gonna have the same problem, right? Yeah. Is there something wrong with my canvas? No. I have regular canvas scaler, max width or height. Is there a difference if I go? No. What am I doing wrong? I've done this so many times. Why does this not want? Oh. No? I know why, yes. This needs to stretch. This needs to stretch. And this needs to stretch. That's why it didn't work. It didn't take up the full area. Okay, now the XP bar is kind of fucked, but we can reset this pretty easily. Left 20, right 120. The level should be 100 wide. Let's check how this looks. Actually, do we have enough space? Perfect. And should be tied to the corner. Maybe put it at 27. 28. And then minus 55. So it's minus 60. It's a bit closer there. Okay. And then same for the health bar. We just put this a smack dab in the middle. And then put it on like -30. Then we should be fine. I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that one, Seamus. Yeah. Not sure if sheet proof. Yeah, check out Burnnet. Much easier than Fishnet. I have never heard of Burnnet, but it is a funny name. Okay, so upgrades, level up. And then let's do -200. -150. So 72. Let's make this 200, 300 wide. Put this in the middle. This needs a height of 100. Not 1100. 100. Okay. And then I want a upgrade guards holder. This is gonna be a horizontal layout group. Child arrangement, middle center. Let's not expose these. And then one image upgrade guards with 400 height, 700, 600. This would fit up as much space as we have. We have 3 upgrade cards. We may give it a spacing of 48, 64. Yes. If we cared about saturated marks, we wouldn't be in game dev. Yeah, that may be a valid approach as well. How are you doing, by the way, Bessie? An error occurred. That's why it's been so quiet for so long. I was like kind of waiting for, like, you know, when Unity sees that there are new scripts to give me like a little pop-up, and in the meantime I was just gonna juggle along with this. Okay, so let's make a clean upgrade cards. Put this here, and then we're gonna create an image in the image. We're gonna just make this fill up everything, and we're gonna give this a border of 4. No, I'm gonna give it a border of 16. 12. Take it or leave it. And then this becomes a lighter shade or a darker shade. Let's go darker and then go for white text. Oh my god, these white ones. What has Black Shirt guy been up to? He's been living his life. I don't know. He hasn't been here for a while. Okay, so this is gonna be the background. Then we're gonna add text for the header. Top -50. Awesome. Upgrades! Exclamation mark. Okay, this needs a bigger height, just in case. This can be smaller, like 20. Let's do 30. And then total width should, honestly, I'm gonna do like this. Yes. Give it as much space as we can. These things generally also have... I'm just gonna do this as a vertical layout group. I'm gonna make this content as it's vertical. Yes. Don't child force expand me, bro. Okay. That way I can have some consistency. Then with the upgrade icon. This we can just do just in case. I don't want that. This is controlled by here. Upper center. The header, no, upgrade height is gonna be 300 by 300. Sure thing, and then text Textures Pro. This should be centered. Get 100% more bitches. Oh, this is a sponsored stream. More awesome powers. Who doesn't want more awesome powers? And we'll put this on 20. Okay, and the upgrade card content, give this spacing of 16. And then make sure, let's take a look at that this has enough height. 300. That's way too much. This needs 300 width. A match 3 serve hentai game is a survivor like hentai game, then upgrades are 30%. I'm like locked in for 1 second, and this is what you guys come up with. Let's go back to prefabs, create folder UI, upgrade cards. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I don't like these colors, and I'm going to actually make this white less offensive by just muting it. Applying that. Description. And then we'll deal with the rest later. This can go away. This can stay. And this can go. A game where you are so hot that you have to fend off all the women in the visual north part that triggers. It's kind of like the okay, so what have you been doing, my boy? I don't want you to do this. I can reject this. Okay. So did it create the classes? Oh, I think I just had to like go back to it. I think you've overdone the exclamation points. And now it's like, okay, it's good again. Oh, this does not look good. This does not look good, Bezzy, when I'm getting some random unsafe byte thing that pops up for the null reference exception. I'm gonna disable my... Am I fucked? Chat already cooked. Did it add it? I'm gonna save my scene, so I have my UI. Commit. Okay. Can I add a wave spawner? Yes. Okay, let's try this. Or did it actually... So, there's a wave spawner. Oh, it feels like it already has those. Don't want the wave spawner. I declined this, didn't I? I declined this. Okay, so... 2 scripts. Key features. How it works. Manual setup. Add wave spawner to spawn manager. Wave spawner has been added to spawn manager. Create game manager. I'm going to create an empty called managers. Then I'm going to put these two under. And we're going to give this the game manager component. Configure waves, assign your triangle enemy prefab to a wave configuration. Okay, triangle. What wave description? This is massively overcomplicated, and enemy count was a 50, spawn interval 1. Take a look. I think that this one can be gone now. Just try it out. Oh. They are getting spawned. Chat is kind of in the way, but they are correctly spawning off screen. This is kind of sweet. Like, it definitely misses a lot of feel. But But we are definitely doing better this stream. Am I gonna kill anything? I definitely need a stronger... Okay, yeah, we're gonna pick up some XP. Oh. The game just froze. Why? Oh, game over. Ah, I died. And when I die, the game just ends. Okay. It was indeed a feature. It was just very limited. Look like a survival occur. Yeah, I think it's like a very simple one. But I'm honestly like, this is going pretty... Oh, I don't want to move that. Pretty swell. I do want it to rework the wave spawner. I don't really... Thank you, by the way, Cupcake Unleashed, for the follow. Yeah, we're making a survivor-like. You are correct. And we are indeed T-Void Dead doing the AI tool again. You're trying... It is also a sponsored stream, I have to say this, before the EU government comes and beats my ass. But I think this is working a lot better. I don't really enjoy the setup. I dislike... I have to use strong words. I'm just too kind, guys. Yeah, I think William, like in our cases, this works even better. Of like, we have to get each other's buy-in. Like, you want to come to me and be like, hey, I have this idea. Or I want to come to you guys, which is more what happens. I have this idea. This allows me to make something way faster. To be like, hey, this is the vision for one of the games that I have. Should we commit onto this, yes or no? And just get feedback of like, is this worth throwing out of the garbage? Like, out in the garbage and then reworking it from zero? Knowing what we kind of want. Jiggle physics will be a DLC, I don't know. And this like... current wave setup. I want there to be easy support for infinite waves. I just assign the enemies. Say from which wave they can spawn. And then a lot of the work is done automatically to configure scaling by the code. Can you update the current code to do this? Picture says more than 1,000 words. In this case, a demo says more than 1,000 pictures. That is indeed kind of the vibe I feel like we are at. I'll redesign the wave system to be much more flexible. I think like one thing that I'm very much uncertain about how it's going to implement this is going to be the upgrades, because that's like the big part of the survivor-like. Oh, and the health system. We're going to do the health system after this as well. I have like a bunch of stuff I want to get done still, but I feel like by the end of this 3-hour stream, we're going to have a pretty decent survivor-like build. -1 for infinite. I don't think it will be a very well supported thing. Because I feel like, do we need more UI? Not entirely, I feel. Unless we want to add like a main menu and things like that as well. Oh. One thing that I miss with Bezzy. Jordan Grant in chat as well. Yo, been watching you since close to your very first videos. Love your content. I've been developing for a decade now exclusively in Unity. What made you pick Unity? It was the engine that Thomas had used before. I think if Thomas was just an Unreal bro, we would have gone with Unreal. Because me and William hadn't gotten any real game engine experience. Nothing serious. Like, yeah, William played around in like Game Maker, I think, and that's it. I did nothing. So we're like, yeah, okay, we're going to choose the engine that at least Thomas has experience with for a long time already, because at least one person that knows what we're doing. And I think on top of that, like, we came from software development, mainly C# development, so Unity also made a bit more sense that way. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat on my best pal, Bezzy. Because I actually had a... Oh, whoopsie. I did not mean to do that. Windows, can I get my Windows back? Okay, okay. I feel like... Oh, my explorer.exe just crashed. Dropped a bunch of frames, but we should be back. Okay, we are back. So yeah, I had like this little thing earlier that I made with ChatGPT of like, hey, I want to get to this idea. It's a 2D flat style minimalistic survivor-like. What are some free fonts, Google fonts, I can use that would look well with this game? Let's see what it gives. Because I kind of want to know. I always like to make a game pretty from the start to a certain degree. Rajdani. I I don't think this is a great font to start with. Orbitron. Ooh, this could be a good one. Fine. It's like one of those small things. No, don't like this one. AirTech Mono Exo 2. Technically styled sans serif. This one could work. I don't know. I think Orbitron is too sci-fi actually. I don't want this. Clean and minimal. We're not doing inter. Man rope. This looks very basic. Too basic. Zen Dot. B Vietnam Pro. What is this font name? Is this a real font? It apparently is. Okay. This is like, you know, we're kind of butchering a Vietnamese font, I feel. PG Skep, by the way, as well. We didn't choose Unity. Unity chose them. I think this is a pretty okay one. Zen Dots. This is gonna be a weird one, I feel. Yeah, no, this is not a good one. Audio wide. Too sci-fi. I feel like it's gonna be Exo 2. Or I'm just gonna look at Google Fonts for a second as well. You've leveled up to a triangle. And then I want a sans serif. Montserrat? Montserrat is my beloved. I think Poppins is a good one. I'm gonna go with this. Get font. Just to throw it in. It's one of the... Okay, well. We'll implement this. What's the theme of the game? Minimalism. Oh, why you do this to me, Bezzy? Why you do this to me? Enemy wave could not be found. Enemy wave could not be found. Are you missing a directive or an assembly? What did you change? It's inaccessible to its protection level. Oh my god, oh my god. Bezzy. We're not doing good. Reject all. Okay. I'm gonna make a new task. This needs to update and then we'll get there. I'm disappointed, Bezzy. We no longer have errors. Let's go. I'm gonna create folder. Materials. To be fair, the 10,000 mosquito assist would be too computationally heavy to implement, I think it would work, but you need to do something like dots. What the fuck is the manager prefab? Did I tell it to make it a prefab? No, it did this automatically. Because it's in the this should... I did not put this. I have my prefabs folder. I would put it here. I mean, sure, I guess. I'm not gonna kill it, but it's not ideal. Why do I have XP and XP orb material? Oh no, XP orb is the model. It just looks like a circle. Create folder fonts. Do Poppins medium as our font? No, I don't want to do that. Go away. Create TextMesh Pro font SDF. Yes. And then let's go to upgrades, text. How does this look? This looks pretty cute. Yeah, I think this is a good font. Let's update this quickly. Apply. And then this one can be closed again. I just love how like such a small thing like a font can have such a cute change of like how the game looks and feels. Yeah, I think like you can use dots. How do you do like early 2000s pre-rendered style or visuals? I have no idea, the Great Levine. I wasn't born then. I was born, but I was definitely not playing games back then. I can do the wave, but I don't think the wave is what should be focused on right now, honestly. I'm not gonna focus on the wave. I'm gonna focus on the health bar as the next main thing. And I'm gonna keep it at that, and we can come back to the fonts and project cleanup. It's mono. If we want to have a more, but the thing is, I don't really have a rounded thing. Like all of my UI, like my cards, is very sharp. Let me take a look at JetBrains Mono though, because I am curious. Is it a free font? Yeah, free and open source typeface. Maybe. I like this one as well, I feel. Let's do the health system. Basic. So that your stream intentionally cut off at the top and the bottom. Yes, it is Adventure Tuna. Because what I'm doing, I think I've shown this picture before. I'm running on an ultra wide and not on a 16:9, which makes things a bit complicated sometimes. Let's see if I have a setup pic to explain the issue. Yes. So this is my stream setup. Okay, ignore this this display. This is only if I play games. But basically, I have like OBS takes up 1/3, and then like this 2/3 is like my 16:9 work area. And then I have my second. Oh, maybe I should move it so that chat is not completely in the way. And then I have my laptop, and that's just chat basically. So if I look to the side, that's because I read chat. And the stream is this, and it's not exactly 16:9, but it's pretty close. So it's like you don't miss too much, I feel, by not seeing the like top of the window. And that's kind of what it boils down to. Expand your health script. It's well structured. This is just like glazing herself, itself. But slider, health bar slider. Ooh, William, you wouldn't like this. I feel like it's ignoring my code rules.txt file. Because in here, I think you said something. Because this, I know you do. Do you say it in this? I just took whatever you do. Of like, I feel like this should be private field and then serialized. That's like the thing of like, I feel like that would be the case here. It shouldn't be public. Just gonna add it, prefer private serialized over public fields. Oh. Yeah, whatever. Fine. Like, this is not ideal coding practice, I can tell you that much. Did it write the code? Did I close? No, I didn't close it. It has that, an update health bar method that updates slider value. Yeah. But this is like something, if you never learned to program, you wouldn't know this. I got the programming classes, and I know, like, yeah, you don't want things to just be randomly public. Christopher Warnberg is like getting an aneurysm right now and is about to yell at the thing. I think I can fix this though. It's gonna be under my player, under health, I feel. Health bar slider, yes. And scripts. It's private. It's gonna be like, it's probably gonna complain now because it assumed it's public everywhere else. No, is it gonna run? I think I'm gonna have to go back and tell it to. Oh, because yeah, this didn't need to be public, I feel. So we change it. Health bar. How does this look? It's kind of in your face. But it works. I don't like this placement of the health bar though. I don't know where to put it though, because the XP bar takes up a lot of space. The problem is also that like the camera kind of floats around. But it should be an easy fix. I'm just gonna move it to the XP bar, but not take up as much space. It's gonna be kind of ugly, but it's like fine-ish. Put this here. Let's make this 40, 60, and then we can make this 40. Let's make this 240 wide, and then this one goes 140. Want to change the color of the player based on health, because probably, yeah, bottom mid would be the other thing that's like pretty common. Have it here. Position Y, this has to be 60 or something. I feel like this looks weird as well. Maybe if we make it like twice as wide. 480. 1000. Maybe I just make it the entire width. Not a fan of the health bar. Isn't it the same distance? Yeah, So we're changing it because of that, Christopher. Because it's not really... The middle doesn't make sense. If it was like stuck, maybe it could work. I think I'm gonna go for like 400. 500? No. 400. And I'm just gonna put this here. 220. And then make this 60. 50. And then figure out why the fill area doesn't take up the whole thing. Minus 15. Minus 5. Does this work? Let's take a look. Maybe XP bar, wide as HP. I do like the big wide XP bar thing though. Okay, let's take some damage. Eh. I feel like this is fine for now. Okay, and we die. Let's make a little game over screen while we're at it. Create empty. Game over. Died. Center. Up. 200 up. 2 up. 40. Restart. No. This one. It's minus 100. Nah. 200 by 50. Take it or leave it. Minus 100. If your cylinder's height be the health bar. That's kind of a funny one, but I think it's a miserable one to see. Could be cute. I think it's not the focus now, but it would definitely be something we could play around with more at a later point. Let's go overkill and add a shadow. Shouldn't do shadow if everything else is flat, I feel. Let's just get rid of the shadow again. This. Gonna ask it to create a full-on UI manager. I want to say like some. Instead of a health pool, a life system could make that work. Ooh, the cylinder shrinks, kind of like Zack in League. To corral the blocks to the correct hole. Square goes in square hole. I think the size of the cylinder, almost like an Agar IO, could be something. can make it more hard-hitting. You died. The triangles went to destroy your village and slaughtered all resistance, removing all knowledge of the cylinder civilization from the world. Oh, that's a funny one. So I will say never use automatic finding. Let me manually assign buttons, TMP elements, ... The UI. $10,000 cats versus 1 dog. Cats, easy win. You just need 1 dog. What's it gonna do? I'm gonna, in the meantime, just fuck around a bit here. By like adding some sort of a currency system for a reroll. I'm going to copy the button here. Gonna do is turn this entire thing into a vertical layout group. Middle center, that's not what I want really. Oh god. What am I doing? Why is it doing this? I shouldn't have done this. Let's try this again. Vertical layout group. Do not control this shit. Middle center. No, we're doing it the manual way. It's gonna be fine. We'll just assign this from the bottom. Let's make this 300, 200, 150, 170. And let's make this like reroll. Something we want to have as well. New game idea, 1 billion lions. I think you're overestimating or underestimating how many people 1 billion is. But yeah. What's Bezzy doing in the meantime? We now have a UI element manager. Input actions should be fine. Game manager now has an XP system. Create input actions, pause, bind to escape key. Singleton pattern, fine by me. Is it telling me to go to assets? I feel like it's gonna fuck up. I have low confidence. You know, it seems to have done fine. Player input actions, UI. Is there like an escape thing or something? Add a pause menu. Add action. Pause. Press. Oh no, I didn't need to do this, I feel. I need to do here. Pathfinding. Listen to escape. Oh. Keyboard. I'm just gonna look up escape keyboards. Save. Save assets. Oh, I don't think I needed to do this on player. I'm gonna delete this. Oh. Escape keyboards. Save assets. Wellington is like, hey, I am developing an open world game and I need to know the artist that works on your capsules. Can you share his name or social media? Does this work? Always has some delay. Maybe exclamation capsule. I basically have like a link for a Google Drive. I feel like I'm gonna have to look it up manually. and then send it to you. Let me share. Copy link. This is the thing you want. This is the Google Doc that lists like all of our capsule artists and like a bunch of our ones, so you have some more choice. Oh, save the asset. Oh, I don't want to full screen this. Okay, we have a pause action. Okay. So we now add the UI manager. Okay, we add the panels. HUD, upgrades, pause menu, game over. Pause menu. Oh, it assumes we have. Okay, so I didn't actually look at what buttons we have. Because we don't have a resume button, we don't have a settings button, and we don't have a main menu button. What is it implementing here then actually? What on earth is it doing with, for example... Does this have any usage? No, we just assign this shit. Do we do anything with like HUD panel? Yeah. Oh no, it does have the button events. But I don't think we need these. On player dead. Don't want it. Don't like this code that it's doing. Go to main menu. We can get rid of that. Or is it being called? Because we don't have a main menu button. Oh, there's because here's a main menu button here as well. Yeah, we don't need those. We don't have a score text nor a level text. Okay, it's a bit of a miss that it didn't see that we don't actually use either of these. Okay, it does change the timescale, it's fine. Upgrade option 1, 2, and 3 button. Okay, this is very basic. I think this is gonna take some time and effort later still to make this work. But I think we can do it. Action reference. I feel like this is not the ideal way to do it either. Oh, and the cards are not buttons. It's title text. Yeah, no, this is not it at all. I'm just gonna get rid of these as well. Because it has no idea really, I feel, what it's doing here, because it just doesn't know. So it's imagining something. A restart button I can live with on the game over screen. Oh yeah, we have that actually. Let's take a look at what it's gonna do now. Okay. The pause menu does not get shown. Oh, the pause menu text just doesn't get shown in general. Because my paused is the hell out of frame. That's why. Runs to minus 100. 200. Then let's ask it. Pressing escape when paused. Unpause the game again. This should be an easy clear. Easy. Let's see if we can do it. Hope it does. Just joined. Is this a regular survivor-like? Or is there a gimmick? The gimmick is just that I'm trying it out and it's like minimalistic visually. But it's more of just getting to know how a survivor-like is made. Just learning the engine, getting better at it. It's not like I'm gonna be making a commercial game out of this, most likely. Also, Tibaju, too, you still have some time. Good morning to you, brother. You're up early. I hope you slept well and dreamt of me. We're not ending the stream just yet. I think we still have at least, the sponsored contract states I still have 40 minutes left at least. So we'll see how far we go. Might do a bit longer. Depends on how late it is here, basically. It already handles that? Did it? Did I just not try it? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, it already did that. Oh well. I think we definitely need like some cooler weapons soon, so... Okay, we're starting to get a lot of enemies, which I think is good. This was something that Magical Girl Guardians missed. That like very swarmy feeling. No gimmick yet. I don't think a gimmick is gonna calm funky slots. Like maybe just like have it be a good loop and that's it. I want to like level up and see how my... Oh, I died. Does the restart button work? It does. Let's go. Okay, sure, I'll accept this because it works. And then let's commit to this. UI works. Let's do an easy one, an easy dub. Let's make a... I do a prefab variant again. Prefab variant and call it a... I'm not gonna do a prefab variant. I'm just gonna make a new one. SP orb, prefab, unpack completely. Let's call it a HP orb. And get rid of the HP orbs. Materials, XP, HP. This can become a nice lush green. Green, thank you very much. Also, this one actually, I want to turn off the metallic. Yes. Then let's make an HP orb. I'm gonna make a new task for this. I think Bezzy's dying. Okay. I already have XP orbs in my game. I now want to implement add HP orbs as well. It should be a 20% chance that it should be a 10% chance. No, that's a 20. Do you know if Bez is going to be available for Godot at some point? No, they're 100% focused on Unity. Is it going to implement this? After this, I think a really cool one to add would be like Oskit. How would we add field to this game? Like, see how close we can get to add field button, basically, that we can get in this game. Because I think right now that's definitely missing as well. And it may be something I want to tackle, is like some juicy sound effects. Actually, let's do that while Busy is going on. Oh, give me a second. Going on itch is always a bit dangerous. Or no, I can actually go in the asset store. I think itch has some better options as well. Audio, music. Do we have like some... I want free. Absolutely free music, 8-bit music, fantasy music. Free, relaxing, casual. Arcade game, BGM. Meaning of minds. Humanity. Festival. Let's just take a... Is actually making changes in the project without human review? Yeah, like, so how it works is now it's done this, and I can take a look at what it has done. And then if I like it, I just say accept all, and I just have to add the XP orbs, and that's it. Need some sweat church organ music. I don't know if that's actually gonna be what we'll need. Let's go back for a second first to look at some music. Okay, I don't need this. This is also not what I want. Not really. I want something like more techno-y. Okay, I'll just use art lists. This is not what you should do. We have a subscription for it. But they are not indie friendly technically. What do we want? Like modern tech. Can we get music with that? Like to fit into the vibe, like almost ambient-y. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Yeah, like this could work. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Artlist doesn't allow it, but I need something for a for this thing. I'm willing to put it on Steam. But like there's nothing great I feel that I like fits the vibe. FPS menu. No music within a downloadable app. Yeah. Visual law. Dark atmospheric, synthwave, cave and dungeons. What do we have? Found footage, piano, ambient maybe? Space game. Sci-fi music. Dark future could work. Hey look, it's Bite Me Games. Horror, thriller, mountain boss, battle, no. Electronic music. Take a look, this should be something maybe. This could work. Technically loopable, but not seems. It's all the same. Okay, well, this could work. This work? No. This is gonna be too arcadey. Yeah, I already hear it. Sci-fi music, track 1 preview. Why is it taking so long to load? Maybe this is gonna be better. Can I make this quieter? But it doesn't fit anyway. I think we found we're gonna go with this one. Add to my assets. 200 megabytes. Oh well. In Google. This is the wrong one. No, I don't want to do this. And then let's go back to Bezzy to implement my XP heal orbs. I'm gonna get here, add to my assets, accept. What did you in the NSFW? I have no idea how you have been using foul language. You've been mornings hard to get your Japan stream, sadly. Are you US based? Because I do swap around between like mornings my time and like evenings my time, which should give either US or EU. Like right now, it's more EU friendly than US. This is not. Why was this default on one? I don't want to do this. Cancel. It was called like FPS, I think. It's menu, music, themes. Let's download this. Oh, it's gonna take. How is it gonna take this long? It's 200 megabytes. Well, we'll wait, I guess. Thank you. There are warnings. Okay. You, but mornings I'm busy during that time. You got the grind. Also Australian friendly. Yeah, you finally got Australia. Finally got some loves because you're the guys that normally don't get anything. This possible I would be credited at either Juanjo Sound, Michael Barker, or both. Yeah. No matter times when somebody loses. Yeah. The one thing is like it depends on how many people lose because the streams we do now definitely get less views, I would say. Like Twitch is picking up now for some reason. We have 27 people on Twitch. Whereas our YouTube is at 65, whilst normally our YouTube is at like 100. Like getting under 100 used to be pretty hard when I stream in like late night or like afternoon EU time, like lunchtime in the US is like the best performer, but it's like 2 in the morning for me, which is not really doable. There are limits to how much I want to do for my live streams. Is what it comes down to. And I mean, I wouldn't mind. I've done live streams at 4 in the morning Japan time. My girlfriend wouldn't mind it, and like I don't have a separate room, so she would kill me. Okay, let's do the XP orb. What did Bessie want me to do? Uh, orbs are automatically loaded from resources, prefabs, HP orb. Okay. So I don't. I get it. I don't need to assign this anywhere. Because resources it can get automatically. You can just HP value per orb. Do I? I need to add a HP orb script to this. Move speed, pop speed, rotation speed. Okay, okay, okay. So let's just try this out, I guess, and see where it goes. I missed. Oh, I'm so bad at this. How am I missing so much? I'm getting clapped here. Okay. I just need to kill like... Okay, I got an HP orb. So it does work and my HP did come back. That's pretty sweet. Okay, okay. And then we level up. Nice. I have 3 awesome upgrades. And now I'm stuck because I don't have a way to go out of here because I didn't set that up. Um, Maybe make the ball a tiny bit bigger, yeah. And I am one of the stupid who buy music and sound as bundles on Fanatical or Humble. I don't know. It's like just so easy, but I think I've gotten more mileage, honestly, out of either just free stuff um, on itch or getting like hyper specific, like 3 songs or whatever from itch. Because I have those bundles as well. Don't get me wrong. Like, let me pull it up. Like, I have a whole bunch of like, the orchestral ambient music pack. But like, out of this is like from a Humble, I think, or like Ovani Sound. Like 1 or 2 are maybe usable, and it's just like sifting through that. Oh, maybe this could work as well as a soundtrack. Because I remember this asset was pretty good. So I feel like this could. Wait, let me put a bit louder for you guys. Could have some of the vibes for the game I'm looking for. No, it's too slow, I think. Hi, Schmiggy as well. Long time no see indeed. Yes, you're UK based, if I remember. I may be completely wrong, honestly. I don't know anymore. Um, Added HP drops. I think that's the main thing, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Accept all changes. This is good. I want to add, based on everything I have in my game project so far, especially add player and add triangle enemy and enemies, yes. What would be all the relatively quick wins to drastically improve game feel? List them out and what you and high level what you would do. You would do to implement them. Let's take a listen. Oh, Romania, close enough. Not exactly, but sure thing. In the meantime, I'm gonna take a look at my upgrade card hole, at my upgrade screen, and see if I can just take the card and add a button component to it. Maybe, and then the entire thing becomes clickable, and then we can work on this later. Would you recommend Streamlabs over OBS if you're not a streamer, or just stick with OBS? So actually, Sentry178, I'm using OBS. The Streamlabs is just a bot. Thomas gaslit me into buying the Streamlabs because he was like, "Yeah, we can multi-stream." Um, and I don't know what else. He wanted to do it. He hasn't streamed this year, basically. And I don't like it. I like a simple OBS. I just like the simple setup. And we just do Streamlabs basically for like the bot that you see in chat and like the sponsor cards and whatever. But even like chat, this is something that Streamlabs can do. But once again, I'm like, no, I don't like it. I use like Social Stream Ninja instead. I wouldn't get Streamlabs. I think just OBS is way better, honestly. Yeah, William has streamed more than Thomas at this point. Okay. So, screen shake and camera juice. When enemies die, player takes damage or weapon hits connect. Creates trauma-based shake. Call shake events. Use Cinemachine. I don't want to use Cinemachine though, if it's possible. Replace the debug lock with actual visible feedback. What are some things you can do? Me having to add extra assets, VFX, or Cinema Machine. Only list those. When will you stream? I don't know what to stream. More prototyping. Yeah, that's a problem. Like, game dev streams is one thing. I think prototyping streams are way easier because it's like you immediately know what we're working on. Whereas if William is like, oh, I'm going to be working on the inverse kinematics of our game, it's like, one, you don't know how long it's going to take to do some of these things. And two, it's something that people are going to be less interested in, most likely, because it's something that's like already very deep into game development. And it's like a bit more meh, I guess. I think it crashed because it didn't fully write analyzing. Let me just kill Bezzy and let's start again. Okay, it did not, it just kept on going. I enjoyed the William Rose stream. That's good. I think. Can I kill Bezzy? I'm gonna kill Bezzy. Because I think it's hung up and it doesn't really want to do what it's supposed to. Apparently, there is no application on my computer name. Oh no, it is. It just needed time and task. Bezzy, are we gonna come back and have a reset state? Yes. What was it called? Under docs. William petting cat stream will not be that successful. Add code rules. And add shape survivors. Walking on a survivor like. Game misses a lot of feel. What are some things you can do to improve feel? No adding extra assets such as VFX or Cinema Machine. I'll list them out now. How level what you do. Implement them. Mainly for add player, add enemy, and add. I should be fine. Hey Tronos, how's it going? It's going way better than the previous stream. I'm actually enjoying this a lot more. I think also because we're way better at, like, you know, not fucking up everything. This is fine. It can get rid of those. Please examine my project to understand the current structure and then provide code-specific based improvements to enhance the game for your enemy script. I don't think I want to just enemy. That's not what I asked, but fine. Hit reactions and knockback. Hits a stun frames. Dynamic movement patterns. Okay. Audio feedback. Damage number. I don't want damage number. Or maybe procedural animation. Oh. Okay. Please implement. What do you want to have? Hit reactions and knockback. Screen shake. Collisions. That should be it, right? Way to assign SFX. I think that should be fine. And let's put this on. Let's go. Fuck it with ball mode. And just say implement this. Fishing game. 90 gamers wouldn't be able to. I have no idea about the fishing. I didn't watch the stream actually. I'm sorry, William. Because I was fast asleep. And I just don't have time to catch up on VODs. There's no existing audio systems, I can tell you that much. I should have maybe asked it to do the audio system first. It will create the code for me, and the only things that I implement myself, and that's kind of because I want to do it, is like assigning scripts. And that's it. Yeah, because you really went go through it pretty fast, I think, as well, William. Of like the different demos. Like you went pew pew pew, this is business, baby. Whereas I feel like I'll never spend like 30 to 40 minutes per demo. Hey Gamer655, you're back, I see. Oh, okay, we're gonna get an audio manager. Yeah, I feel like that was gonna come because I need to have one for music as well. I'm wondering. That's something Jeroxia. I don't know, William, if you know. Fuck, Indie Game Clinic. He groups his feedbacks together per genre, basically, because that means that people who watch it also are like generally more interested. It's not like purely random. So what he does, it's like he plans like, oh, mech themed games, slice of life games, neon punk games. He like tags it for himself to a certain degree, like platformer special. Some of these are like just one-offs, and then some of these are like auto battlers and combo builders. And that way, like, people who are interested in deck builders will watch the stream, and like you won't, like, if you hate deck builders, you won't be interested in it probably, so you're not gonna watch it to begin with. And like I think the viewers who do watch are gonna be like more happy, engaged, whatever you want to call it. Okay, are we gonna one-shot game feel? I don't know. It's gonna be bad, I feel. When it gives you those warnings, you know it's gonna be rough. Like, also with Next Fest, you don't have that pressure. Like, with Next Fest, it's kind of like, oh, we have to go and try every single game in the list, but like, teaming them is harder, or like, makes less sense. Okay, so how to use. Add an audio manager to your scene. Audio manager. Okay. And attach the audio manager script. Audio manager script has been added. Ah. Comes with music sources. I'm not gonna like that. The SFX names and the enemy inspector. Oh, I feel like I really don't like this. Prefabs, triangle enemy. Oh, I really don't like this. No, 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 no. We're not gonna do this. This is bad. Because what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna match based on name instead of just dragging and be like, this is the sound effect you need to display. This is not good. William, back me up. This is not how it's supposed to be. We should have smart collisions as well, screen shake and hit reactions. I'm gonna ignore the audio manager for now. Actually, it's gonna give errors, I think, because it's not assigned. I'm going to reset everything it did because it fucked up big time. Because the enemies just move into the ground. I think this is something that happens when you make it do too many things at the same time. It just fucks up. It takes an enemy, and on the enemy it just says, this is the sound effect name you have to play, instead of just assigning the audio clip. So these files all should be rejected, so let's double check in Git. Health is changed. Okay, so this is something I realized, like, it doesn't actually do the right things. I'm just going to discard these 3 files. This is why we need Git. Because the rejecting Bezzy is not real. Oh god, magic strings are cursed and should never be used. Exactly. That's like what I feel like as well. It just wasn't it. I think it's better to then just be like, audio manager, go and write that from scratch and not do anything else. Okay, now we're back to good. This is gone, that's fine. So I want to add more punchiness and VFX to when you get hit. I'm just going to do it one by one. And we're going to just make a new task. Game is a lot of feel. The player gets... Oh. I have no idea what hit. Don't rely on... Fuck, what's it called? Cinemachine. Expand the current at main camera. Let's see how it does it now. I feel like that's also a format, William, that you can do more. It's like the code stuff. And then maybe group that together or something to talk about like how we do certain things and why we do certain things. Because in this stream, like, you have like a few times where I just say like, oh, this is bad. I don't think I would do this. I think it could make sense to then also like explain why we should do it that way. And not just because like I know enough from like watching your guys' code of like, oh, this is not good. We shouldn't do this. But not like, I don't know how to give you the right explanation apart from like, I have been trained to not do this. Don't ask me why though. I am just a blind tool that listens to whatever we have to do, like whatever you yell at me. And I think, yeah, like Jeroxy as well, like the why of not just, oh, don't do this, but like the reason why could also be more interesting. Like even as a Godot pro, some of these things, like how do you approach audio? Because that's maybe an interesting one. It's like there's so many approaches to having audio in your game. Could be an interesting one as well, in general. Thomas ever wants to stream, I do the Swiss code as duo stream. You're not doing that entire thing in one stream, I feel, as well. And it's also something that you probably don't want to stream for 3 hours. In camera at the... It did not get added. Camera effects. You'll see new settings, shake, okay, and then there should be a global volume. There's only one. Fuck it, we ball. Yeah, that back and forth is, I think, what's more important than, like, just the project size. Okay, how does this look? Let's take damage. It does fuck all. Let's go. We have achieved nothing. You died. Neither of these things are working. Let's turn it into ask mode so it doesn't go and starts doing random stuff, but it actually just tells me what is happening. By the way, guys, for the people who are here, it's been a while since I've said this. If you want to support us, this is kind of an unrelated thing while Bezzy tries to figure out what's working. I have to keep pushing this because these things expire. We are live on Twitch as well. We have 22 viewers on Twitch right now, twitch.tv/BiteMeGames. If you want to support us in an easy, low-cost, well, literally free way, the easiest way to do that is by subbing to us. And please, I don't want to listen to myself. There's this button here, subscribe. And normally subscription is paid, but if you have an Amazon Prime account and you haven't assigned it, or like you haven't used it this month, you can link your Prime account, your Amazon Prime account, to your Twitch, and you can sub to us for free. Costs you nothing. If you've done it before, you have to redo it like after a month. It doesn't auto-renew. So that's also why I keep pushing this, basically. And it gives us a few dollars. It's just nice. It means that you like what we're doing here. And we can keep doing this kind of stuff. So that's my quick call to action, and let's see what it's doing here. Few potential issues. Setup looks correct. That doesn't really help. I've identified several potential issues. Debugging steps. Test the effects manually. Manually trigger the event. Okay, I'm just gonna ask it to actually do it. Thanks for following Copacetic TV. I have no idea if that's the right way to say it. Please implement these steps you described. I'll implement improved camera with debugging capabilities. I want to get the camera effects working, and I want to get sound effects or like a music working, and I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I feel like we're slowing down. That's the problem with like live stream as well. Definitely it is a bit of a debuff in terms of like how focused you can work. I wish we could have get the cards working. I think this may be something that I want to revisit. I want to revisit it more this game than the fireman thing. I think also because this is like a more interesting one. The other one is mainly level design. Whereas this could be a cool one with like some VFX and like probably I want to throw in like the feel assets to do this stuff instead of like manually trying to make these assets. Like not assets, but like the script itself. Yeah, let's see what this does. You know, slap like a little bit of a UI flow on it as well, and like see if we can make this like an actual game that we can throw on like an itch.io or something. This one can get disabled again in the meantime. Now let's give this another go. So if we look at the console, do something. Oh, okay. Ooh, this is a this is a bit too extreme. But there is game feel. No denying that. Let's go back to our main camera. Shake intensity 0.2. Shake duration 0.2. Let's disable debug clock. Let's give this another go. By the way, I want to ask you guys something as a Godot bro. Did people submit a good Godot game in any of the roast videos? I think it's also kind of hard. I think there was one. I think it's hard to say though, because like not everyone is like, oh, this is the engine that we used. Jesus Christ. This is so extreme. Turn this a bit lower. Shake intensity 0.1. Pineapple juice? I have no idea, John. It's like it's gonna look good now because it goes to the spawn point, maybe. It's still very. I feel like the aggression, like I feel like the intensity is just ignored. Yeah, it focuses on the spawn point. Camera shake happens. Focus. That. See, this should be an easy fix. I hope. Position. Let's fix by making the camera shake work on top of the camera follow system. How well do you think puzzle games do on Steam? Because I'm making one. La Tromée. There is only one world in which you have a puzzle game that works well. That is if your puzzle game is Blueprints. If it's not this, you're fucked. That's unfortunately the only way I can describe it. If you're not making this, you have a problem. And there's not much you can... Yeah, I see. I'm cooked. You are indeed cooked, unfortunately. I'm sorry to tell it to you. Why did this not work? The problem, camera follow, solution, both systems work properly. I don't trust this, but let's go and take a look at what it does. Baba is you, but no, because a Baba is you came out so long ago, it wouldn't work anymore in the same way. Outer Wilds is a good puzzle game. Yeah, but these are not games that you are making as La Tromée, the solo game developer. Okay, this is better. It seems like the intensity is also scaled down a lot. There are plenty of good puzzle games. Yeah, but I think it's an uphill battle. So not back to my... what's it called? Add base weapon. Let's take a look what it is. Mini Metro line, yeah. Are you still doing the bar simulator game? I have no idea, Funky Slot, what the hell you mean with a bar simulator game. But yeah. Kumostern is like, if you make it for learning purposes, puzzle games are still fine. You can release on itch and crazy games so you don't lose money. Indeed, I think it's a good idea. But if you intend to make money with it, it's going to be hard. I think it's going to be very hard. I think content creators indeed is something like you need festivals and all of that. It needs to be very good art style, I think, as well. A comprehensive knockback system. Thank you very much, Bessie. That's extremely kind of you. Barmaid Simulator. You mean Maid Cafe Simulator? We are still working on that. That's William's baby, not mine. Update enemy script knockback physics. I didn't have that, I guess. Oh, I don't think I put a... No, I put a rigid body on them, I think. I never know what it's exactly complaining about, but I know it's complaining about something. Instructions, update your enemy prefab. Triangle enemy. Creating missing rigid body. Can it do this? Triangle enemy has a rigid body. Okay. Customize knockback settings. Knockback components. Okay. Is added. So I don't need to do anything else, I feel. Okay, let's give this another go. Making a game for which there's an inherent want for it. Oh, you're making hentai games? That's cool. I have a mesh collider issue. Concave mesh colliders are not supported when using... okay. I think I know what it is. I'm just gonna ask Bessie just to be sure. I know. Okay. This error. See what it kills me to fix. I think it's gonna be in here. No, simple colliders. I probably want to do that. I do have to make a triangle somehow with box colliders. Does the start time for running the game in Unity ever bug you? No. It really doesn't really annoy me. I think it's more than fine. Make the mesh collider convex. Yeah, I think this should be the easy fix. Ignore. I don't know if I wanted to actually ignore it. Oops. Gaelic hentai. That is a very unique one. Bomb. Ah, this adds so much. Maybe it's me. Okay, it shouldn't just knock it to the side, maybe. But I do like it. Boing. 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 Ah, this actually... Are we cooking, chat? Or am I just, like, hopeless? Am I liking this more than I actually have right to like it? It didn't do much. I feel like the ball just needs to be bigger, honestly. But we got, like, some cute drops. I think environment-wise definitely needs some work. And then the upgrades is definitely gonna need some time as well and need some thinking. The knockback for that is applied always calculated. Yeah. Let's still busy that. Doesn't look good. Oh, Exostrem, you wanted to get stuck between your balls so it takes some extra damage. That's a different kind of game. Maybe you and Seamus can work something out. Everything in the game is an object. Might be laggy later in the game. I have no idea how performance is gonna be, but I feel like everything is just a mesh. It's a one cube thing. I feel like it shouldn't be too bad. Who knows? Have an ability to hold left click that make the ball a morning star asset. The higher the speed, the higher the ball. Perfect issue. Calculated from the weapon position. Yeah. Always pushed away. Let's just accept it. Should be fine. Knocking sides means a skillful player can play around that. The thing is, this is also just one enemy, and this is like your base weapon. How I'm envisioning is like you're gonna have like all these different effects as well. Hey, I would like to see playing your game series in the future. We do them a lot, so don't worry. We'll get there. Exit prefab modes. Dots would most likely be needed for Survivor Unity. I think that's overkill. I am right now at like... how many? Okay, they do go up in batch count. Why am I running this at 40 FPS, honestly? I think it's also just the fact that I'm streaming and like running all of this. They now get to like 360 spins, which is kind of glitchy, I guess. Yeah, could this be something that you also like GPU instance? I think this is something you can GPU instance because it's always the same model as well, without the need for dots. I definitely don't like this base weapon as much anymore. The goal is basically like you kill 3 enemies and then you immediately like upgrade and you get an actual good weapon, I think. Okay. We won. Oh, the screen shake keeps on going though. Performance issues is something we'll deal with once we get to it. Okay. I want to add... Oh, someone's messaging me on Discord. What do we still want to do? Well, I think survivorlike can be done with normal game updates, but you need some optimizations like GPU instancing, pooling, pathfinding. Yeah, I think it doesn't make sense like to worry about those things right now. But that made me just like, you know, my not overcomplicating brain. Let's make a final thing where I want an audio manager. I want simple audio. Volume, music, SFX. Enemy class using direct sound file assignments. Don't use magic strings. Do I need to say anything else? Do you know how much go time you get from Bezzy Pro package? I don't know, but I know the free tier is 100 requests, and last stream we did like 70. I can check after I sent this, like once this call is like submission is done, like how much I've used in the last 2 streams. But I think you can definitely get some hours out of it. It also depends, like I'm using Bezzy for everything. Like I haven't really opened my writer at all. This entire game was vibe coded. If you think about stuff yourself, you can go way longer with it as well. And you can use Bezzy more as like a, oh my god, everything is going wrong. Please tell me where it's wrong, like where there's an issue. Spatial audio. Take a look at what's gonna cook up. What's gonna make. I think once we have the music working, I think I'm gonna call it a day because I've been at this for like 3 hours or whatever. Because also dots. Do you need to use dots with ECS or can you use ECS? Like, can you use? I feel like you can't use dots with regular game objects. In which case, I feel like there's gonna be way more load in understanding ECS as well. Because Magical Girl Guardians, for example, we did, I think, not GPU instanced. And also not with dots. And it ran fine. I think Thomas did just do some optimization or whatever. I think it's fucking up. No, okay, no, it's making an enum, that's good. I don't like this. I don't like this approach. Of like SFX type. Of like, where the hell am I going to assign these? Because like, the level up SFX should be in the audio manager, whereas like XP peak up should be at the orb. I'm just gonna put this. Build SFX library. Enemy. Okay. SFX. Okay. New volume channels. No magic strings. Music playlist. Shuffle and loop. SFX library system. Okay. Okay. Let's take a look at what this does. Let's just fuck it with ball. Okay, no errors. Audio. You could create this class. It didn't, I feel. No, it did. Why can I not add audio manager? Script class cannot be found. I do have an error. Take a look at what Bezzy has to say about this. Why did it do this as well? Line 41. Add listener. I have no idea what you're doing. Semantics to float, but I create it. Okay, is it gonna work or is it just gonna give me another one? And I'm gonna have to keep whacking the moles. Potential quick core mechanic could be added to use an XP for temporary weapon speed boost. So you juggle collecting versus short-term bonus before you... I get what you mean. Could be an interesting one. Okay, so do I just add... I genuinely don't know, because this is the stuff that normally I'm like, William, please let me do this. It can write HLSL, and I think shader graph as well in the previous stream. It like one-shotted a pretty basic outline shader. Maybe we can ask it later. Oh. It automatically creates them. Okay, even better. Let's tone down this. We have our free FPS music. Is this gonna be like hella loud? This sounds good. List is empty. Let's add an audio clip, loop it. SFX, how does this work? Okay, so here I have the different sound effects. I'm going to deal with this in a second. Let's just test the audio for music. See if this shows up. Okay. It's not an exact match, but we can do something with this, I feel. Make it 14. It's usually what I do. And then maybe we could do something. I want to check this out. Okay, I'm just going to accept this. This should be fine, honestly. So my plan is I'm on the Bezzy Pro, and I've used 7% out of 500. 112 total answers. I can go for quite some time. It's what it comes down to, basically. And that's it. Because, like, this is 2 streams, and I'm at 7%. New chat. Can you create some kind of shader that shows an impact on an enemy? Like a cool distortion shader. It should be shown only briefly. I'm gonna see if it can do this. Just because I'm curious as well. If it could make like a cool glitch effect or something. And what it's gonna do if I ask it this. Because we have like player thing. I'll help you create. Okay, so what is it gonna do? That's the question. I have no idea, honestly, of how much of it is gonna be able to make. This is definitely something I think harder. Creating distortion shaders in URP. And take a look at that. Good understanding. Okay. We're just gonna rip some guys on GitHub, I guess. Enemy impact distortion.shader graph. I have no idea, honestly, what it's gonna do. I can't create a custom shader file. Okay, yeah, so no shader graph apparently, which I think makes sense. I think only HLSL, which is dot shader. Yeah, this is HLSL, so it can write it. I have no idea what it's doing though. Yeah. Posture check from John. Let's take a look. Say simple quad-based effect component. I have no idea what it's doing now. We're deep in the sauce. I should have committed before this. I haven't committed in a long time. Now it's dangerous. Great. Okay. Like, once again, it's doing stuff public, which I don't like. It shouldn't do this, but in Japanese we say shoganai, which is basically like nothing to do about it, such is life. Simple setup guide document. I feel like we're losing the plot here, guys. I feel like it's kind of it's doing more than files create. Like, this is something. Why it suddenly wants to do this, I have no idea. Go to your URP setting. Okay. It does not have like definitions. We are not gonna do this. I'm gonna reject it. It's adding an overlay quad. You're supposed to spawn on top of the enemies for the effect. Let's see it. I don't think we can see it because it just gave us a bunch of errors. So maybe with some better prompting, we can get there. Oh, it's so annoying. It doesn't clean up correctly. That's like my biggest annoyance right now. And why you need stuff like Git. Because it's just not... it's just not good at cleaning up stuff at all. When you want to roll back, it just shits the bed. Because now I have to go through and like manually look at. Okay, I should have done this way earlier. I forgot to commit before I did this. The camera effect is fine. Or did it? It's still, yeah, so I still have a script. Let's take a look. In weapon controller. Where's my weapon controller? Weapon controller. Because we also did the knockback. I'm just gonna manually... This is gone. Knockback can stay. These three can go. Stage these lines. And then stage this as well. Or discard this hunk. You're a hunk. Let's take a look if this works. GitHub desktop or LFS. Yeah, like I'm using a different stack, but it's kind of the same. Didn't I just get rid of this impact distortion effect? Is it doing this? Git, are you good? I feel like you aren't. I think it's freaking the fuck out. A white flesh would be easy to interpret. Okay, yeah, I think definitely like I gave it too much in one go, and now I killed it. God damn it! This is a bummer of an ending. How? Is it just JetBrains that's dying? Because my Git as well, it like keeps going. And I just can't add anything. Merging though, I do that. Yeah. That's what I was calling. Instead of cloning, I downloaded the source and it broke my project. That is unlucky. Okay, this looks fine. We no longer have the thing. It's compiling. Do you think this actually saves time? I think not in the way that I'm doing it. Or like, it depends as well, Sean. It's like, are you an artist? Yeah, this saves time. Are you a programmer who's been programming in Unity for the last 5 years? No. I think also there's like different approaches to this. Like, I don't think a William would do this. Versus, oh, I have a problem. I have no idea where the problem is. I think for debugging, there's a lot of value in this as well. But it's something that, you know, I can't do a debugging stream. Oh, we got our cool music still. And I think those are some things as well. I think overall, if you use this correct, it saves you time, something, whatever. But I don't think like if you are an artist, this is a godsend. If you have no idea how game development like Unity works, yes, you can make something with this. If you're a programmer, it's like, yeah, no, you're not gonna be doing this step. Yeah, like the from scratch, like, could I make this same game with like Unity tutorials or CodeMonkey? Yeah, probably. But yeah. Do you think the learning implementation loop equips developers to actually resolve issues? I think it's less for like issues as well. In that regard, I think it's more, once again, I think it's very good with like, that's the whole thing with vibe coding at the end of the day. It's time to market. It's turning what could be like spending a month on some random SaaS to like build all of it, or probably even more before you can validate it. You turn it into a week. And I think that's what we're doing here as well, because now I can already see a bit of like, okay, is there potential for this game? And I think, like, you know, the answer is like, not really. But maybe you have something else where you feel like it would be possible. So I think, yeah, I feel like with AI from programs down, it works completely backwards to real. Yeah, I think like at the end of the day, let's not kid ourselves. Like, it does a lot of dumb shit that I, not a pro programmer, still don't like. That probably like provides issues down the road. Like these, if these audio sources are like auto-generated, I feel like these should not be like public and serialized fields. They should be private. But it's like me, I don't know how all this works. So yeah. It's great for taking the donkey work out of the process so you can focus on the good stuff. Yeah, stuff like that. Anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna leave it at this. I may revisit this because I think there are some cool things we could do with this still. Like, I think with the upgrades could be a fun follow-up stream. We'll see how it goes. And if we do it, when we do it, whatever. Definitely made more progress in this prototype stream than the previous one. I think, yeah, we have to think a bit more about how would we make this game interesting, how would we make this game better. But I think it was still a pretty nice thing to throw this together in like 3.5 hours. And that's like 3.5 hours at reduced brain capacity because, you know, you're live streaming and all of that. So thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for having tuned in. You can try out Bezzy yourself as well. They have a completely free tier. I'll do my little shill. I think Bezzy.com, because they have been really nice. Like, it's been pretty good. I get so many goddamn AI sponsors. Most of them are like 3D generation, whatever. And it's like, no, but like here, get 100 free credits, 100 free calls. Oh, maybe I should show it. It's free. You can try it out yourself. There's like links everywhere. You know the deal. So yeah, I think it's pretty good. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. It's really groovy stream. Certainly got the creative juices flowing. I enjoyed this as well. That's what I'm learning. I like game development and like prototyping and game design more and more. This is not a super sexy game that I'm making here, but it's also because I wanted something that was very mechanical, where we could have all these smaller isolated mechanics versus having something that's like very reliant on level design. This thing has no level design basically. And that's kind of what I wanted to go for. And I think that one definitely has been hit. So apart from that, thank you everyone for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.